well, God says blah, and a bunch of people, even if they're, God doesn't say blah, if you look in their book, God says this, and so, okay, let's all do that. There's a lot of dogmatism in there. There's a lot of blindness. I don't want to be blind. I must know the truth and believe in the truth and live my life by the truth. And the truth does involve morality, thank goodness. Otherwise we'd really have a conundrum there, huh? The truth, I believe, is that we should be good to each other. We should love each other. We should be moral. We should be good for goodness' sake, as I saw recently. Good for its own sake, because we observe that being good is a good thing. We don't need some omnipotent being to tell us to be good. And more to the point, we don't have one, as far as we can tell. How we may be wrong. I may be wrong on this or any issue. I said so in my very first video on YouTube. I admit I may be wrong. Maybe there is a God, or gods, or, sufficiently advanced aliens that would seem like gods from our lowly perspective. I don't know. And if so, I'm perfectly willing to admit I was wrong. The whole point is not to accept atheism as another dogma. The point is to be a free thinker. To believe things only on the basis of the evidence. And if new evidence or a new logical argument comes along to convince me of anything, then I should go along with that. If the evidence is sufficient, if the argument really leads to a certain conclusion. And that's what's got me here. I've looked at the evidence as much as I can. I found that religion and morals are decoupled. One can be moral and loving and happy without religion. And one can also have religion. So then I judge religion, again, based on the evidence. And there are certain Christian apologists or other religions too, I'm sure, who can make very crafty arguments. And they can bring up a lot more evidence than you would think. But when you keep pursuing it and looking into it more, there are still more things that just don't add up. And what about faith, some may say? Shouldn't you have faith? To which I respond, faith in what? How do I know which thing to have faith in? So many of us have faith in a religion because it's there, because we were born into it, or we live in a community that has that. That's not necessarily the case for every religious person. But there's a lot of this is the thing that I do, therefore I must do it, because that's what I do, and that's what faith ends up meaning. You've got to have faith in the truth. And to know what the truth is, you've got to have skepticism. Healthy skepticism, I mean scientific inquiry. Logical discussion, and philosophical inquiry too. But in all places, try to find what reality is first. Blind faith has no value. And if with blind faith you end up believing in something good, then you've believed it, then you've come to that conclusion on accident, because it was blind. if you take a moment to see, you find that your chances of navigating this world of ours and finding the truth are much higher. Yeah. I love Christianity. But again, it just doesn't square with the facts as I see them. And once I give myself the freedom to examine things that way, yeah, I find more and more there's a lot of stuff in Christianity that just doesn't add up. And maybe we just don't want to admit that, you know? Because we think of these as linked, and they're not. But we think they are. It's therefore to defend our morals, to defend our sense of purpose, and to defend love itself will turn to the most convoluted logic. I have sympathy for these people. I know what it's like. But it's okay on the other side. They are delinked. You can have all the pure essence of Christianity or all sorts of other religions and get rid of all that stuff that doesn't make sense. And after all, isn't that the way we improve ourselves? To keep what is true and to discard false beliefs. Yeah. The truth is what I strive for. And I shall have no idols. No false gods or prophets. To take me away from truth. I recognize again the value of prophets that are false in some things but true in other things. But I will not assume the perfection of a Bible or a religious leader or a God. No, I will not even assume the existence. I will not assume anything. I must know the truth based on reality. Surely that is the best way. And overall, I believe, the happiest way. That's what I believe anyway. I admit I may be wrong. Thanks for watching. See you later.